I'm not gonna lie, I am a little nervous about how this entire series is gonna start, but it's gotta start somewhere, and unfortunately it's gotta start here. Kundaloosh, and welcome to this new series we are beginning called Blacklight Tours, where I go to big name resorts in and around the Central Florida areas and see if they are as clean as you think they are, and hopefully they are. But with almost any science experiment, you need to start with a control element. That's why currently I'm standing inside my own master bathroom, and as you can see, it's needing some work done. So let's not start in here. So instead, God help me, let's start in the second bathroom of the house. This is the one where my entire family has to share currently. Now, consider your own bathroom and how often you clean it. If you're one of those people who probably clean it every single day, you probably don't want to watch the rest of this video because it's going to get, well, let's find out just how nasty this is going to be. Now, this room was cleaned extensively about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, and ever since then it's just got some light spot touch up, you know, whenever we see a mess, start cleaning it up, whatever. Nothing really crazy. And again, 4 people have been using this room, 2 of which are young boys. But in general, I would have to say that this room is relatively clean. And if I'm willing to live in an environment like this, consider how you yourself probably live, and then consider how you probably expect particular locations to be cleanliness-wise when you go to visit them, especially if you're paying them money. And of course, I'm referring to some of the biggest name resorts in Central Florida. You know, the ones around the theme parks, the ones around the tourist attractions, the ones you expect to be clean. So let's examine some things under a new light and see just exactly how clean this room particularly is. And then let's follow it up with, let's say, a grade of how clean this bathroom really is. And stay tuned for some information on how you can take part in this series. And I'm not talking about you coming and cleaning my bathroom, that's for sure, because I don't want you in here. You probably don't want to be within the same zip code of this place. All right, now let's start with could be the worst scenario. For first, let's kill the regular lights, and then let's take a peek. All right, first off, well, that's not a good sign right there. We've got what is clearly water, moisture, residue. Yeah. Now the surrounding floor, there's a couple of spots. This light also does pick up dust particle, but yeah, we got a little bit of a mess in the front. Let's look around the other side. You know, we got some more spotting over here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need some cleaning. The walls, oh God, guys. Yeah, we got some spots on the walls next to the toilet. How about the toilet itself? Not as bad as I thought it would be. We got a little bit of grime at the bottom, a little bit of dirt, a little bit of spottiness around the plastic rim here. It's just downright filthy, and I'm sure no one's gonna ever want to come visit me again. All right, so yeah, the toilet it's filthy, and I could had cleaned it before I started recording. And was like, hey, look how cleanly I live. And no, this is all honest. I actually thought it was clean before I started all this. Let's move over to the sink. All right, what do we see? So we're looking around the sink. The sink itself, actually, you know, there's some standing water right now, but it's a sink. That's where water's supposed to go. But aside from that, we're not seeing any spottiness. Let's look over at the countertop. And because of the texture of this countertop, it does reflect a little bit. We have some water splash on the wall. Not too much, just a little bit. We have some residue over in the corner there where the wall meets the counter. But this is where the kids keep their toothbrushes and mouthwash and everything. Let's look at the cabinets here, and you know, aside from a little bit of dust, when there's a little bit of grime on the handles there, you're gonna get that. All right, so we do have some water splash. I'm not really sure what it is. Let's take a look at the mirror. Let's see. I'm sure everybody's mirror might be a little dusty. This one actually looks pretty good. Not seeing a lot of dust actually. All right, and finally, let's take a look at our tub. Now this little residue you see, our tub had some kind of paint or some kind of anti-slip material on it that has since worn off. That's what you're seeing right there. That's not, I can tell you that's not soap scum, that's not standing water stain or whatever. That is the residue of the non-slip stuff, what's remaining of it. And we see there is a little bit of soap scum around the drain here. Let's look up. Let's look at the faucet. And we can see some spottiness there. I wasn't seeing that before. Same thing with the handle. A lot of what could be hard water staining. The walls don't look that bad. You got a couple of I mean, that's probably a hard water stain because I don't have like a salt system or anything. It's just straight water, floor to water. The shower head actually looks pretty good. It does get used pretty frequently. That one, kind of the same. You know, it probably looks like your shower head at home. Not great, not terrible. All right, over in the corner here, there it goes. There's the focus. You can see some standing water staining, combination of soap scum. Yeah, it doesn't look that great. But as we follow, we see a little bit more there. Soap dish doesn't look too bad. There's some standing soap residue there. For the most part, it's a shower, guys. It's not perfect. I knew nothing in this bathroom would be perfect, but I at least assumed it would be clean. And then one final look. Let's look at the handles. The handle itself is made of some kind of material that kind of reflects funny. But if you look at the door, you can see some fingerprints. Yeah, that's going to happen. I mean, you just know it's going to happen. Let's look at the light switches. Again, we got some more fingerprints on the wall, but I'm not seeing any grime, any dirt. It's just, you know, fingerprints and some water residue. Let's turn on the light. That is my nasty bathroom. Not as nasty as well, no, actually, it is as nasty as I thought it was going to be. You know, I need a seat. So now I need to give a grade. A D, let's be honest. I mean, I've been in public bathrooms that are worse shaped than this, but I would probably give this a solid D plus on clean. It does need good cleaning. I actually feel a little filthy sitting here. So now that I've shown you how I live, and I'm so sorry, let's see how it compares to places that you would expect to be professionally clean. And again, I'm talking about resorts for Disney, resorts for Universal, other attraction areas, and other surrounding Central Florida areas and their hotels, and what you would expect from them. This is how the series is going to progress. I'm going to be staying overnight in one of these places, going into detail and grading their amenities, their dining options, how comfortable I feel with things like the fixtures and the beds and the overall environment. And then finally, I will go through a checklist and grade each particular portion of that room and tell you just how clean it really is. Now, all these funds do come out of my own pocket, but I do have a number of hotel rooms already booked, ready to review and ready to give you their grade. Now, here's where I'm gonna ask you guys for some help. I've started up a Patreon account where there's a number of tiers where you can join, and all this will help aid me in these reviews and future reviews to come. Now, like I said, all these tiers have some pretty good rewards, and I'm gonna throw in a little bonus. Between now and when my first review video uploads next month, I'm going to give a bonus to anybody who joins the top 2 tiers. You'll receive a special gift and a thank you personally from me, along with all the other rewards that go with that particular tier. So the more support I receive, the more reviews I can give, and more frequently. I will give shout outs to every one of these videos to my Patreon supporters because I love you guys. If all you can do is subscribe and a thumbs up, that's good enough for me. So again, thank you guys for watching this. Sorry I had to subject you to my own bathroom, but I want to give you a heads up. So be on the lookout for my first Black Light Tours video, which is going to take me to Disney's Coronado Springs Resort. Thank you guys.